Good morning. It is time for our Thursday morning virtual coffee chat. My name is Karen Thomas, and I want to thank you for taking a few minutes to drop in and watch our chat. This morning, we are waiting for a few of our members to drop in. Sometimes people run late, but I'm on a time frame today because I inadvertently had one of my mentors schedule a special training from noon. So today's meeting is going to be a little short or shorter than normal because sometimes we really get to chatting. But this chat is all about intentions or excuses or time. Because in the event, I put in about, we all have the same 24 hours. People say, I don't have time. If you like the information on our chats, please, or you watch this on a replay, give me the hashtag replay and let me know if you have any questions that you'd like us to cover in our chats. Now, time. We all have the same 24 hours a day, right? So why do some people get more done in their hours than others? That has been the question for lots of people for millions and millions of years, maybe. But getting things done is, I think, more about priorities than time management. We can't really manage time. We can't go to a store and buy more. We can't stop it, and we can't say, "Oh, I'm going to slow the clock down here between 8 and 10 so I can get more done." Anybody tried that? Anybody want that to happen? Now, I will tell you, when I'm on my way to somewhere and I, I am running late or traffic is, I tell myself, time stretches when I need it. Time stretches when I need it. Because it seems like some days that time does seem to go further than others. But I hate being late. And sometimes I'm busy right up until the minute I leave and things don't go quite on my journey the way they're supposed to. So it's sometimes I have to just, I claim it out in the universe. Time stretches when I need it. When I have to get lots done, time stretches when I need it. Because brilliance and things coming to us are dropped in our subconscious or in our mind all the time. Sometimes we're just not paying attention to them. And these are things that can help us be better, or maybe we get an idea we should call somebody. Have you ever had the notion you should call somebody? Oh no, I don't need to call that person. Don't discard when you get that idea or somebody's on your mind, because it's there for a reason. There is so much magic and knowledge that's out there in the other dimensions. And you can call it God, you can call it Yahweh, you can call it the great I am, you can call it the universe, you can call it whatever you want. But it is there, and it is there to help you. The thing about time and not having enough time is, if you keep telling yourself you don't have enough time, you won't. Because your mind is hearing everything that you say. And when you say, I don't have time, or I'm running out of time, or I don't have time to do this, or I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. Oh my goodness, you don't have time. The key to having more time is, one, claiming that it stretches for you, claiming that you have time for everything, claiming and speaking it into existence that time works for you. Because when time works for you, you can get lots done. But when you are always telling yourself you don't have enough time, it's amazing how things just fall into place to make you waste lots of time. The dog gets out and runs down the street, got to go chasing them. The kids can't find the shoes when you got to go. What you speak makes a difference. And when it comes to time, you can't buy anymore, but you can speak it into a way that gives you more time, gives you more ideas, and makes you feel calmer so that you think clearer. Because when you're trying to rush, you don't think good. You don't have clear thoughts. And you forget stuff. This was the biggest change for me, was stopping and not rushing anymore. Because I fixed so many mistakes all the time because I was rushing around and I forgot this and messed up this. And how many of you have had that? Do any of you work perfectly when you're rushed? Or do you find that you're cleaning up your mistakes afterwards? You know, time can be a blessing or it can be a curse. Ah, Maria came in. Hello, Miss Maria. Glad to see you today. Well, I'll see you as soon as you turn your camera on. So I have been sitting here talking with our community. Good morning. And I'm talking about time today, that we can't really manage time. You might want to catch the beginning of it. But people are running late today. It's, things are going on and people are busy. So I'm glad you dropped in. But I'm talking about time, how we talk about how busy we are and how we speak into existence things to happen to keep us busy, to keep us distracted, to keep us off track when we keep saying we don't have time for things. Do you ever find that to be true? Well, all right. She'll get it together. We old people sometimes are a little technology challenged.
Is that right?
So, did you hear my question?
Something about we get, no, because it was audio. Something about we get focused on how busy we are instead of what the goal is. Was that the main gist of it?
No, it's about when you say you're busy and you always have excuses for being busy, that life seems to drop things around you all the time that keep you busy instead of focused on being productive. Because so many people keep telling me, oh, I'm too busy for this, or I'm busy, I've got this going on. I'm just so busy. So when you are always claiming you're busy, then it's amazing how many things drop into your life that keep you busy doing stuff.
Stuff that's not productive.
Right. But when you turn it around, see, this is part of my journey, is that I've really started slowing down and saying, I have time for everything. I have time for the important things. I prioritize what I most need to do to be productive, not busy. Some of us are just too busy being busy. And we claim being busy. I'm busy. I'm too busy for this. I've got so much going on. I'm just too busy. But when you can actually, I challenge anybody to try it for a week and change your thinking around saying, I have time for everything. Time stretches when I need it. I can get everything done that I need to get done for my business. I have lots of time to enjoy myself. I have lots of time for my family. I have lots of time. Even though we can't buy time, we can speak it into existence by just claiming it. Does anybody have any thoughts on that?
Speaking it into existence, for me, takes a lot of, when I'm in the busy mode, okay, get back to your list. Okay, focus on what's important. Okay, stop saying you're busy. It's a lot of self-talk. You got to talk your way through it.
It is a lot of talk. But do you find that when you keep yourself corrected about using time and not letting it be an excuse?
Yes, because it has a tendency to pull me back, rethink what I'm currently doing, and saying, how is this going to prosper me? How is it going to enhance my business? How is it going to, and I had a girl from my upline, and I'm trying to go back and rethink, what did I do at the end of last month that I didn't sound needy? That was the first thing. I didn't sound needy. I was posting about my life. Of course, my anniversary got in there, and I shared that on my VIP page as well as my personal. That brought up my algorithm. So I was showing people that I'm real and that I can still do what I'm supposed to do and have to do and get that balanced out. Well, here we come 2 weeks later, and it's like, well, how did you fall back into all of that? Yeah, I was just thinking that this morning. You're laughing because you know I'm speaking truth.
It is truth. It is truth. It is a daily affirmation that you have time to get things done. And
No. It's hourly here.
Yeah, well, that's true too.
I mean, it's moment by moment. I lost you all. Where do we go? You're not FaceTime, you're Zoom, and you've got to be in here somewhere.
Well, the thing is if you breathe and just say, I can do this. I can manage this, or not manage it so much, but that time stretches when I need it. And it's taking that BUSY word out and taking a deep breath and saying, okay, because it's like today, I have a meeting at 12 that I have to, my mentor, one of the main mentors that I am involved with in a program, is having a special training at noon. I can't be on 2 Zooms. Zoom doesn't quite allow that. Even if I have 2 computers, I have 1 Zoom account. And even if it's their
one
Zoom,
head,
and
one mind.
head, that's it. Well,
I got more done when I ran a trucking company than when, and we still had cattle. I got more done then during the day because the night before I did my schedule and not
the day of.
Yes.
Yep. And the thing is I'm a very scheduled person. I tell people, I have people try to call and FaceTime me, and I'm like, if you're not on my schedule for a FaceTime, it ain't happening.
Oh,
we schedule time or we don't. We don't do it because I try to keep myself very paced and very productive. And so I don't let people just come in and interrupt. I have one girl who just has the hardest time. That I have a new teammate, and she's 3 hours in California away from me. And she pops in and says, "Oh, I got this person to talk to. Can you do it?" I'm going, oh, well, I want to help her. I want to be there, but being scheduled is I'm struggling with trying to be her mentor and be her person. And I keep telling her we need to schedule these times so that I can be calm, I can be prepared than when I throw stuff together. But some people just have a harder time getting that notion. And so I've just kind of pulled back a little bit, and I'm saying, we'll schedule it. Here's other places that you can get the same kind of information for your people at different times if I'm not available. So, good morning, Miss Deb. It's good to see you here.
Hello, it's been a while.
Yep. Oh, you're sounding scratchy.
Yep, got a little cold going on.
So what's your 2 cents on this time and busy idea?
I think if it doesn't get scheduled, it doesn't get done. That's kind of my take on things, because I can get off track very, very easy. And if I have a schedule and I stick to it, I get things done.
Right. So are you one of these people though that tell people you're really busy, or do you just say, I get it scheduled, I get it done?
No, I say I'm busy. I have to get that out of my vocabulary.
Okay.
I have an accountability partner, Marcy, and she keeps saying, you can't use that word busy. You got to get that out of your vocabulary.
Right.
So that's a job for me. It's just easy to say I'm too busy. I can't do that right now.
Right. But you know what is the people talk, and you know, when I do a lot of programs and I read a lot, and the biggest truth that has come to light with neuroplasticity and you know mindset books and stuff is that whatever you speak, your mind is listening. And if you don't get your subconscious and your conscious working on the same page, then you're fighting each other. It becomes a tug of war to see which one wins. And I think that's part of Maria's problem is that her subconscious keeps giving, she's always having, it's always trying to pull her off track instead of trying to work with your subconscious and get it programmed that you have plenty of time. There is, you know, your subconscious is what's the, and I wrote it, I forget what I was posting or where I wrote it today. Your subconscious and your ego are is what's telling you all the negative things. You don't have time for this. You got to do this. You're not doing well. You got, it's the distractor because it doesn't want you to move into new territory. It doesn't want you to change because it does not know what change looks like. It doesn't know if change is safe. Because you've been programmed from the very beginning. When you're a little kid, be careful. Your mom's always saying, be careful, don't do this, watch out. That is all part of our programming. And just because we become adults doesn't mean that it doesn't keep coming back up. The thing about changing your words and making a point every day to claim and start focusing on, you have plenty of time. Slow down. It's almost like you slow down to be busier.
Yes.
Because Maria, you said it, when you were scheduled, when you had that schedule, you did it the night before, you got lots more done. My schedule's always done 2 and 3 days in advance. You know, if I can't, that's why this morning chat is the same time, because if I don't have it at the same time, I know when I'm putting my week together and when people need more things of me, I know what I can and can't do. And I don't overpromise myself.
Well, I still have that problem.
You know, you have to learn to say no.
Yeah.
Or not right
now.
You know, and that's the biggest thing is, you know, I'd love to help you out, but tomorrow's not a good day. When I'm good this day, or this day, what works for you? You be in control of your schedule because it makes you more confident that you can then get everything done. We as women try to do too many things. We try to be in control of too many things. And you really have to understand that you're not in control of anything.
No.
You're really not. Even your schedule, because people don't show up, things happen. When I did Avon deliveries, people didn't leave their money. They weren't home when I went by. You're scheduled. Why aren't you here?
Yeah.
So even that, you don't have control over. The only thing you have control over is your thinking. I still have my job till the middle of June because I work for the school system. And we get to the school about 45 minutes before we pick up our student. And I now do walking. I've been, since the first of the year, I've been walking for a half an hour every day there. It helps my back. And I found on YouTube, Napoleon Hill's actual old video of Napoleon Hill. And he's talking through his principles. And it was yesterday I listened to, he said one of the biggest principles for moving your business forward is doing the best you can every day, giving 110% focused, not being helter-skelter, but being focused in whatever job you're doing. And it's just interesting to hear, because everybody know who Napoleon Hill is?
Mm-mm. No.
Maria, you know who he is. Napoleon Hill was, he wrote Think and Grow Rich. He was basically, I won't say hired by Dale Carnegie, but Dale Carnegie wanted somebody to interview, and he was going to set up, which he did, all these interviews with very wealthy people. And he wanted somebody to go and interview all of them and find the principles that governed how to be successful. So if you read the book, Think and Grow Rich, those are the 17 principles that he uncovered out of all of the interviews and all of the people that, starting with Dale Carnegie, that he interviewed that were, I mean, billionaires, millionaires, the ultra wealthy. What were their thoughts on success? And it's just, it's, to me, it's even going back. He wrote that back in the 40s. And they're the same principles that are powerful today. And so I just do a lot of listening to try to keep my brain from overthinking, because if you're listening to other people's good words and you keep it coming in, then the subconscious hears it enough, it starts thinking it's a safe place. It allows you to move into and up your level. That's what has changed for me and allowed me to, I want to say, double my income over the last year. Is slowing down and telling myself I have time for everything. I can get this done. I'm smart enough. I can figure this out. Because a lot of us older people get overwhelmed with this technology.
I just turned older, and I said, no, you're not going to think about that. You're just going to keep going. That's right.
I don't, I say older only because most people recognize that. I'm not going to say I'm in my 20s. I'm going to be 65 next month. I'm an older person, but old is only how you think about it up here.
True.
And old, my mom was saying something. Oh, I changed the light bulb in the ceiling. She goes, I don't know how much longer you're going to be able to get up there and do that. I said, till I'm 100. She goes, oh. I said, I'm not thinking limitations here. I find a way. I'm not worried about balance problems. I can figure this out. I'll be able to do it.
I bet your mom could do it now.
No, she can't.
Oh.
She has told herself she can't do that. The thing is, but she's 90. I've quit arguing with her about stuff, because she's convinced, that her back hurts all the time because of her arthritis. I want to say her back hurts because she sits all the time. But she's 90, she's entitled to believe what she wants. I found that with sitting with my job, with working the 4 hours a day I do, the 2 in the morning and the 2 in the afternoon, sitting here on the computer for 5 hours, sitting in the car, driving and doing whatever, my back hurts. So the walking every day for 30 minutes has relieved my backache. And so it's one of those things that after this, and while this seminar is on between 12 and 1, I'm going to get on my treadmill and do my hour. Because I took off from my job today. I'm having a mental health day.
Good for you.
Well, the thing is they're going to pay me at the end of the year for all my sick leave. I've got 3 months of sick leave.
Oh.
I thought 3 months of sick leave at 60% pay or less. What good is that? So I'm trying to use a few of it up here and there.
Yeah.
You know, working on stuff that is what I want to do for the next 30 years of my life.
Do they know your goal?
Do they know I'm what?
Do they know your goal of leaving in June?
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah, I've already told them. And I've told my coworker, and every time I mention that I'm not going to be here next year, she goes, "Oh, be quiet. Just be quiet." I hear it. But anyway, I'm going to have to say goodbye because it's almost noon. I appreciate you all coming. And I hope this has been helpful. I hope this is helpful to whomever's out there about claiming that you have time and to look and work on priorities and not managing time. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Does.
All right,
Yep.
guys. I see you
Have a
later.
good weekend, everybody.
All
Have a
righty.
good week.
Well, it's
Bye-bye, Karen.
Thursday.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, but it is till next week. Bye-bye.
Yeah.